So, when you hear the words computer security, what pops into your head? You probably think of firewalls, maybe some complicated code, or even hackers in hoodies, right? But at its core, it's about something way more fundamental. It's about protecting the things you value in our digital world. Let's dig into what that really means.
Okay, so let's start with you. I mean it. Take a second and really think about this. What are your digital valuables? Is it your family photos? All those private emails? Maybe it's your financial info, your social media accounts, or heck, even that secret chili recipe you've been perfecting. All of this stuff is data, and believe me, to someone out there, all of it has value.
For some people, those valuables are straight-up financial assets. I mean, think about the Bybit cryptocurrency exchange breach. In that case, hackers found a single flaw and used it to drain millions of dollars right out of digital wallets. It's a perfect, kind of scary, high-stakes example of what happens when digital vaults get broken into. Real money, just gone in an instant.
But listen, it's not always about direct theft. Some attacks are designed for pure disruption. Take the Medusa ransomware, for example. It didn't just steal data, it completely paralyzed entire organizations. I mean, can you imagine a hospital getting locked out of its own patient records, or a whole city that can't run its public services? The goal here isn't just theft, it's chaos.
And the target isn't always money or infrastructure either. Sometimes it's trust itself. When the social media accounts for the Sri Lanka police were hacked, the attackers weren't looking for cash. No, they wanted to undermine the institution's credibility, to hijack its public voice. This just goes to show you that our digital valuables aren't just financial. They're also things like information, reputation, and public trust.
So when you put all this together, it shows that our digital world is constantly under attack, and from every possible angle. And because so much of our lives are now online, protecting this world isn't just a good idea, it's become absolutely essential.
At the end of the day, computer security really just boils down to this one simple idea. It's not some abstract, super technical field. It's literally the modern version of locking your doors at night or putting your money in a bank. It is simply about protecting your valuables wherever they happen to be.
So, how do we even begin to protect these valuables? Well, first things first, we need to understand the terminology. Every field has its own lingo, and security is no different. Getting these key terms right is going to help us understand exactly what we're up against.
First up is a threat. A good way to think about a threat is like a big, dark storm cloud on the horizon. It has the potential to cause damage, for sure, but it hasn't actually done anything yet. It's just the possibility of harm that's lurking out there.
Okay, next we've got vulnerability. So if the threat is that big storm cloud, a vulnerability is the window you left unlocked. It's a weakness, right? A crack in your defenses that could be exploited. The storm itself might not be a huge problem, but an open window definitely makes it one.
And that brings us to an attack. An attack is when the wind from that storm actually blows through your unlocked window and just wrecks the whole room. It's the action. It's when a person actively uses a vulnerability to make a threat a reality, causing real, actual harm.
So we've got threats, vulnerabilities, and attacks. How in the world do we defend against them? Well, security professionals rely on a really simple but incredibly powerful framework. It's basically a set of 3 core goals that guides every single security decision they make. It's called the CIA triad. And I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not that CIA. In the world of computer security, these 3 little letters stand for something totally different, but you could argue just as important.
And here they are: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These are the 3 pillars of security. And what makes this framework so powerful is that pretty much every security measure, every tool, every policy is designed to protect one or more of these 3 things. Let's break them down.
First is confidentiality. This is all about keeping secrets secret. Think of it like a sealed letter. Confidentiality is what makes sure that only the person it's addressed to, an authorized person, can actually open and read what's inside. And this applies to both the data itself and to your personal privacy. Next up is integrity. Let's go back to our letter. It arrived sealed, so confidentiality is looking good. But what if someone managed to change the message inside without ever breaking the seal? Integrity is what ensures that the information is trustworthy and hasn't been tampered with. It guarantees that the data and the system are authentic. And finally, there's availability. I mean, what good is a totally confidential and trustworthy letter if the Postal Service is on strike and can't even deliver it? Availability is what ensures that the system and its data are accessible and usable to the right people whenever they need them.
So we have confidentiality,
integrity, and availability. But here's the thing, implementing them isn't as simple as just installing a program. Real security is a complex balancing act that involves a lot more than most people realize.
This contrast right here is absolutely crucial. Most of us think security is just about the tools. Firewalls, antivirus software, the digital locks we put on our data. But the reality is that security covers the entire system, the hardware, the software, the data, and maybe most importantly, the people. You can have the best lock in the world, but it's completely useless if someone leaves the key under the mat. And this brings us to the really tough choices at the heart of security. So I'll leave you with this to think about. For a hospital that's managing patient records, which pillar of the CIA triad is the most critical? Is it confidentiality to protect patient privacy? Is it integrity to make sure that medical data is 100% accurate? Or is it availability so doctors can access life-saving records in an emergency? There's no easy answer, is there? And that tension, well, that's what reveals just how complex security really is.